Section 3.6, Amortization, Video 1. We will go over the following objective: create amortization schedules. For installment loans, amortization schedules are issued. An amortization schedule is a detailed table reflecting how much of each payment is applied to interest and how much is applied to principal, along with the new loan balance. This is done for every payment period. Example 1. Sonia just signed a $275,000 mortgage on her townhouse. Find the first 3 lines of her amortization schedule, given that her monthly payment is $1,300 on a 5% loan. So first off, we need several formulas. First, we need to find how much interest is charged for the loan. To do that, we multiply the new principal balance times the interest rate converted to decimal form times 1/12 to represent one payment out of 12 payments that come in a year. This will give us the interest charged from one payment. Next, we need to find the amount that goes towards the principal. To find that, we have the payment amount minus the interest charged, and that will equal the amount towards principal. We also need to find the new principal balance. To find that, we take the previous principal balance subtract the amount towards principal to get the new principal balance. So first off, notice that for Sonia, each of her monthly payments is $1,300. So that does not change. So she has $1,300 payments each month. She starts with a principal balance of $275,000. So to complete the first line of our amortization schedule, first we need to find the interest charged. So the new principal balance would be $275,000 times an interest rate in decimal form, so it would be 0.05 times 1/12. That would give us a interest charge amount of $1,145.84. So of her $1,300 payment, $1,145.84 goes towards interest. To find how much goes towards principal, we take the payment amount, which is $1,300, subtract the interest charge, which is $1,145.84, to get $154.16. So $154.16 goes towards principal. To find the new principal balance, we take $275,000, that's the previous balance, subtract $154.16 to get $274,845.84. So the new principal balance will be $274,845.84. Now we use the same process for the second line of the amortization schedule. So our new principal balance will be $274,845.84. The interest rate again in decimal form would be 0.05 times 1/12. Multiplying these, we get the interest charge as $1,145.20. So Sonia will be charged $1,145.20 for her second payment. That is the amount that goes towards interest. So to find the amount that goes towards principal, we take $1,300, her monthly payment, subtract $1,145.20, that is the interest charge for that month, to get $154.80. So $154.80 will be the amount that goes towards principal. To find the new principal balance, we take the previous principal balance, which is $274,845.84 minus $154.80 to get a new principal balance of $274,691.04. Now for the last line of our amortization schedule, we start with the new principal balance, which is $274,691.04 times the interest rate of 0.05 times 1/12 for 1 month's interest. Multiplying these values together, we get $1,144.55 goes towards interest. To find the amount that goes towards principal, take $1,300, that's your payment, your monthly payment, subtract out the interest charge for 1 month, subtract the 2, and you get $155.45. The amount going towards principal then would be $155.45. To find the new principal balance, you start with the previous principal balance, which is $274,691.04 minus the amount towards principal, which is $155.45. Subtracting, we get a new principal balance of $274,535.59. So to complete this table, we have a new principal balance of $274,535.59. A couple things you should note. If you are doing the table correctly, calculating the table values correctly, the interest charge every month should be decreasing. So notice we have $1,145.84. The next month we have $1,145.20. In the third month it's less, $1,144.55. That should always happen. For the amount going towards principal, the value should be increasing. So notice we go from $154.16 up to $154.80, then to $155.45. So that should be increasing. Your new principal balance should always be decreasing. Payment amount will always stay the same. And for each line of your amortization schedule, your interest charge plus the amount towards principal should always equal the payment amount, meaning $1,145.84 plus $1,054.16 must equal $1,300. This concludes example 1.